Hey guys, I'm doing another video. I tried to do this video yesterday 10 times. My phone was not working. So here I am again, doing a video on this mushroom. This is the desert shaggy mane, or Podaxis pistilaris. We have two varieties in the desert, Podaxis pistilaris and Podaxis longi, which is a lot bigger. But this is Podaxis pistilaris, the desert shaggy mane. This mushroom is very common here in the desert. They pop out pretty much everywhere, and you've probably seen this mushroom in the past. So I want to talk about a little bit of the characteristics of this mushroom. When you pull it out of the ground, it's got this bulbous shape on the bottom, a really woody stem, and this shagginess, eggshell colored cap with a lot of shagginess. So it's called a desert shaggy mane, but it's actually not related at all to the shaggy mane. This is actually a desert variation of a puffball that has evolved to have this shape so that it can reduce surface area exposure to the sunlight. So it adapted to the shape so that it can preserve itself. Now this one is pretty past its prime. You can see it's dropping a lot of spores. It's pretty dry. But when these are young and you touch them, you should be able to feel some sponginess there. It should be very soft and spongy. That is when you can actually eat these, because these are actually edible. They're not poisonous, but you gotta catch them when they're young, not when they're old like this and brittle. Cool thing about this mushroom is that it's 40% protein, so it's another reason to want to try and eat it. And it actually has some really cool medicinal properties. This mushroom can clot your blood, so you could make it an extract or a tincture, or just even rub it on a cut to stop bleeding, and it works pretty quickly. It's a pretty cool, interesting mushroom. And it also developed a mechanism to protect itself from ultraviolet rays and the heat from the desert, which is why it can survive here. Not only can the mushroom itself block out ultraviolet, but also its spores. The spores have this compound that protects them from the ultraviolet rays, and likewise, it could be used as a sunscreen, which the natives used to use. They used to get the spores and make it into a sunscreen. In the future, I think I'm gonna try and make some kind of product with this. I make a lotion with it right now, but in the future, I want to make a natural sunscreen. So here you go, shaggy mane. So I wanted to emphasize another thing about mushrooms. Never pick any mushroom that you're not familiar with. Always ask a mycologist or do a lot of research. Make sure you're 110% sure that you know which mushroom you're gonna eat or pick. But another piece of advice when catching these mushrooms or picking them from the floor is never pick a Podaxis or any mushroom that's growing on the side of the road, because these mushrooms are very capable of absorbing heavy metals and other chemicals. So if you eat one off the side of the road, you're most likely gonna ingest all those heavy metals. So if you're gonna find one of these, look for one in the middle of the desert somewhere away from traffic. Those are probably really good to eat. These are considered a delicacy in the Middle East, so they're actually pretty delicious. So yeah, always make sure you harvest away from the roads, even if you're harvesting plants. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you see this mushroom and you see somebody kick it, don't feel bad, because you're actually just helping it release its spores and helping it reproduce. So don't feel bad if you kick a mushroom. It'll grow back, possibly more, because you're going to be helping these spores fly around and spread. If you like this video, please share and hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.